Hello everyone, and welcome to Speed Force Racing. We are here tonight with a classic race. Of course, the Classic Championship is back for round number 5 of the championship, and tonight we're here at Spa, where we've been all week, if you didn't know. And I, of course, am James, or Cadwell, your commentator tonight, and alongside me, of course, is another James.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So it's going to be interesting tonight to see what happens with these cars. Compared to the F1 cars, I don't know how quick they're going to be. We'll have a quick chat about that in a minute, because apparently you've tested one of them around here. So
I have.
Yeah, but if you want the championship standings,
yes. So in first place at the minute is Mike Bundy, my GP2 teammate, on 94 points. Second is Lyronix on 63. Third place is Lee Nell on 60. Bloody hell, he's doing well, isn't he? Fourth place is Brummy on 50. Fifth place is Dantan on 47. Sixth is Energy Dan on 46. Electro Dan, I don't believe racing tonight, is in 7th on 44. Pro Oliver in 8th. Punch in 9th. DCG 10th. Sonic Hawk 11th. Jimbo Manzi 12th. Lewis 13th. Langfell 14th. James TLH 15th. Luke 16th. Senna 17th. Shadow Britain 18th. Gamer 19th. And we'll go Mad G 20th.
Yeah, then we have
there is more, but they reserved.
Yeah, they've had a few more races at the bottom there, so Kvyat, we've got Ryan Van Doom, and we have Baboon J, who is here racing tonight. Baboon J is actually, so
yes, he is.
Somebody said he wasn't good, but he did right last week.
Yeah, he's now a full-time driver in GP2, so massive congrats to him. He drove very well this week, so we've offered him a full-time drive, and we're very much looking forward to him in our division. I think he's a really talented driver. He's got a lot of potential, and said the more he races, the better he'll get, and I'm glad here at SFR we're giving him an opportunity to display that he's a good driver. But that's the same with anyone as JB slides past the white line on the pit exit.
Yeah, we're now looking at DCG, who's the first one out, coming up to the hill here. He's going 100 and... Well, let's get to the braking zone and we'll see how fast he's going, and then you can tell us about 158. So how fast do F1 cars go up the second straight?
If you're on max fuel and hot lap, I think you can reach 205.
Oh god, they're really about 30, 40 then.
They are you're on the throttle, it feels forever. I said I tried them earlier today just to get a feel for these cars, and yeah, they feel grippy in the corners. They've got grip, but they're very, very slow on the straights. As I said, these cars were in the beginning of the 80s, so the speed's obviously not very nowhere near to the speed of modern F1 cars, but they're fun to drive, defo.
Did they not have these for like 86 or something?
Pardon?
Did they not have these for like a couple of years? I can't even remember what car. I swear these had these.
I don't know.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Yeah, the 82 McLaren. I'm not sure who won the championship in this car.
What's his name?
Is it Lauda?
No, what's his name?
Hunt.
Hunt didn't. He raced in the other car.
Oh, he was in the 70s, wasn't he? Sorry,
yeah.
Ignore me. I'm acting like I know what I'm trying to think. Who won in this? I'm going to have to search that up quickly.
I'll search it for you now because I'm looking at it.
Can you?
Yeah.
82 world champion, see if it was a McLaren.
That's fine, absolutely fine. So the car was actually from 81, this car.
Oh, was it?
So it's the
a lovely car.
81, this car's from 81. Let me just have a look at a bit up here. So here we go. This car was during the 81, 82 and 83 season.
Yep.
It was. So notable drivers who raced in this car, and you are correct, is John Watson.
Yep.
And Andres de Cesares. If you know who that is.
No, I don't.
Cesares, sorry. And Nicky Lauda, you are correct.
Yeah, I thought Lauda won a championship, and I think he won a championship in the McLaren.
I will have a look, but the first race was in the 81 Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh, really? Nice.
They raced 43 races, 6 wins, and 5 fastest laps. No,
Nice.
no poles in this car,
Really?
apparently. So no pole positions in this car. Um,
It's a nice car. Oh, yellow flag sector 2. No, I think someone just slowed down to let someone through. No one's in the wall yet.
it doesn't
Yeah.
say, but let me just have a look. 19.
Yellow sector 3 again, just let people slowing down.
F1 1982. Yeah, we'll get to qualifying in 2 seconds. I want to know the full championship order from the 1982 championship. Just so I can tell you who actually won the championship for all you guys.
Yeah, I'm
to give you a bit of
intrigued.
facts.
I don't know who would have been dominant. I think the McLaren was quick back then, but I don't think it was.
So here we go. The winner of the championship, 1982 Drivers' Championship winner was Keke Rosberg.
Oh, was it KK Rosberg?
Yes, in the Ferrari.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
And then a couple of years later went to McLaren. He did. And put
Yeah,
some good
because
stuff
him and
out there.
Nico, aren't they? They're both won one world championship each.
Yeah, but the problem was, right, with Keke Rosberg as DCG there set to the first time, a 2 minutes dead, a 2 minutes 6. There does Senna there. I think was it 2 minutes 6 for a 2 minute 5-7 for Lee.
Oh, Lee on pole, yeah. On the minute.
Yeah, but yeah. Do you want me to tell you the season calendar just to give you some more?
Yeah, go on. I'll be intrigued. It'll be interesting.
You have the Brazilian Grand Prix. So the first round was the South African Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Second was Brazil.
Wow.
Third was Long Beach.
Oh, nice. I'd love to race at Long Beach. I bet that would be so cool.
Oh, what a sound.
Oh, Punch is in the wall.
Oh.
He's out. Oh,
Don't know where
Rouge,
he's in the wall,
first
but-
victim.
Wait, have we got anyone coming up over Rouge now? Oh, we do. Here we go, let's go on board quick. Oh, I missed it. But yeah, so it was that. Then it was Mons. Then it was Imola,
Yep.
Zolder, which is this
Oh,
other
nice.
Belgian circuit, if you don't know.
Yeah, I've raced on Project Cars. years
Monaco.
ago. Mhm.
6 was the Detroit road course.
Oh, nice.
Then they went to Canada and did the proper Canada circuit we do now. 9th was Zandvoort.
Bundy on pole. Oh, Zandvoort. Oh, yeah, we're going back to, well, don't know if they will this year, but that's back on the calendar, isn't it? Dutch Grand Prix.
Yes, it is indeed. 10th was Brands Hatch. 11th
Oh, nice.
was Paul Ricard.
Yeah.
12th was Hockenheim, but the old Hockenheim circuit, so you know which one that is.
Yeah.
13th was the Austrian Grand Prix,
Yeah.
but it's a different layout. 14th
Yeah.
was the Swiss Grand Prix, but it was in Dijon, which is in actual France.
Mhm.
And then we went to Monza, and then round 16 was Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Very American based back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Weird
was
how
indeed.
times change.
Sorry, so that is, of course, if you just see the game, is he actually racing tonight? I don't think he is. But good luck to everyone tonight. Yep, good luck to everyone tonight. Speed Force Racing YouTube channel, so I think this may be Senna or one of the drivers who's racing tonight, right? Have put in the chat, wet race towards the end.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Senna's racing tonight. Yeah, 9th in the
It's
minute.
probably him then. And then Adam Clark says, so I should use my wheel, I think.
Yeah, Adam Clark's Punch, who's
Yeah.
sadly retired.
Yes, he is indeed. So yeah, so that is there. It is, and Sonic Hawk as well was in the chat. That's what
Yeah.
saying good luck
Good
tonight.
luck,
I don't
guys.
think he's racing tonight, but yeah. As we now going to look back and look at Energy Dan, who's about to finish his lap off. Or is it no purple sector 1? Sorry, good time from him there. We'll actually get qualifying started now. So the last 10 minutes, we'll talk to the last 10 minutes now. We'll go to qualifying whole last
Oh
10
yeah,
minutes.
Energy Dan purple through sector 1.
So how actually are they difficult?
These
around
cars. As I said, it's a very long lap. I think concentration's going to be key. It's a 2-minute lap. they're good in the corners. They're not too bad in the corners. Obviously, they don't have as much grip as an F1 car, but it's not like it's drivable. But on the straights, they are so slow. So, said you're going to be, like I said, on the throttle for a long time. So,
Yeah, I'm very surprised, very intrigued actually with this because you look at the actual car, you look at the actual track. Why don't you think they came here? Was this track
I think it's a long old track, isn't it?
Was it here? Let me have a look.
Oh, someone's Lewis, I think, has gone into a wall.
Let's have a look. Let's just go on board with somebody and then we'll go on board.
No, he's still moving. I just love how basic these cars are compared to modern day. So the technology nowadays compared to these cars is just on another level. But some will definitely argue that it was better back in this day. It was just racing. It wasn't everything else involved.
Yeah, I don't know then. As I'm looking now at this, always topic number five. At the sweeping corner just before the bus stop, so that's a surprise. But just to say,
yeah, Blanchimont, is that what it's called?
I think so. But Spa was in F1. Oh, by the way, energy down 2 minutes 5.9, puts himself there in 10th. Just to say, Spa has been in this game, has been an F1 circuit since 1925, but wasn't in the championship. Apparently, wasn't in the championship in '82. So it was 25, it says here, and has held a Grand Prix ever since 1983, except 84, 2003 and 2006.
Yeah, I remember 2006.
I don't know where we were in 2006, but instead of here, but...
I just think it was taken off the calendar, but I wasn't really an F1 fan back then.
Oh, I remember F1 back then. It was awful. The TV coverage was awful.
Alonso was world title, wasn't he?
Like the F1 racing was good, just the TV coverage was awful.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like if you remember back, I'm not that old, so don't.
No, me either.
Yeah,
I kind of got into F1 in F1. My first ever race I watched was 2009 China. That really wet race when Vettel won in the Red Bull for the first time.
The only race, the first one I watched was oh my god, TV, why'd you do this? So basically, if just to give you some facts for everybody here, is we're now going to look at Senna on a lap. Going up a route now. Look at this, very slow up a route it looks here, but they're going 156 miles an hour. So
I said Senna's on 163 at the minute, going down the Camel Straight. He might be running lower downforce, but they're pretty much, they max out these cars. Like, you can't go any quicker.
Yeah, he can't go any quicker than 166.
Yeah.
They're still quite good cars to drive though. They're not that bad to drive.
No, they're nice cars. They are cool cars, but they're not. They're said you've got to keep your concentration, especially on full race fuel. That's going to be tricky.
Indeed it is. Let's see where he comes then after sector 2 then, as we are about to finish sector 2 with him in a minute. So we'll just keep an eye on this that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So it used to be on ITV, the F1 for anyone in the UK.
Yeah.
And it was so bad, right? I remember watching the it's Glock race. The race where Lewis Hamilton wins the championship because of Glock.
Yeah, Glock.
And they had like there was like I think it was like, I don't know if Senna goes a little bit wide but keeps it going and now can carry on. But no, I don't know if there was a safety car or something, but there was like a good battle about to happen, right?
Mhm.
And then we go straight to adverts.
Yeah, I watched on YouTube not long ago. I rewatched the 2008 Grand Prix. It just came up on my feed. I thought I watched it, and they had adverts halfway through the race. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, it was like
downtown third.
Lap 20, lap 25, I think it was. They just had adverts for some reason. As here comes Senna. Sorry, we'll continue. We'll talk to. Oh, he's in the pit lane. He decides to back off his lap there.
I think they're all going to start pitting again soon. Senna's back retired. I think they said they're all going to go out for a final run soon.
Yes, they are indeed. I think they are. But Brumi on his flying lap now.
Ooh. Dantan nearly went into the wall at Eau Rouge, but kept it going.
Where were we? What do we look at? Who do we look at then? Tell me something to look at. You pick the driver, we'll go to... Oh, we'll go to JB actually. Haven't seen JB in ages. Here we go. He's on his flying lap now here. Lord JB. Oh, JB UK. But yeah, they had adverts halfway through and then we came back after the adverts and the battle was already done and they already overtaken each other and they're like, here's a replay of the battle. I'm like...
Baboon J6, good lap, good effort.
Anyway, here comes JB then across the line, goes 12. Not a bad lap from him there.
To be fair, if you look at the grid, it's not that much, considering obviously it's spread across 3 divisions. I don't think there's any Prem drivers here tonight. No, I don't think so.
No, I think it's just every week it's 2 to 4.
Yeah, it's 2 to 4. They said. Thing is, if you actually look at the qualifyings across this week, it has been incredibly close. Like for a long lap around Spa, it's got to be one of the closest weeks so far in qualifying. Like you said, I remember in GP2 on Wednesday, the top 3 or 4 were within a tenth of each other. Bogan retires.
What was qualifying for GP? Just.
Oh, what, the pole lap?
Yeah.
It was a 42.9.
Let me have a look. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, 42.97. And
yeah, it was
in the Prem.
It was even lower. It was for 42 something. So these cars
in the Prem it was a 42.2.
Wow, yeah. These cars at the minute, these 92
no, sorry, 42.4. Sorry.
Oh, over 20 seconds slower.
Oh my goodness. It's a bit shocking.
They are very slow.
But still, very nice to watch.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, my phone's done the glitch again. It's done a glitch where I can't watch the race, so we won't watch it on the phone. We'll just watch JB go around. But before we do, let's head back and watch somebody who's higher up the field, and let's see what Langfeld can do. As he was here last week, got a podium last week. Langfeld did. Very happy with that. He was.
Oh, Dantan's retired. I think I was that's in the pits. No, Langfeld. Yeah, he's very good driver.
You all are in Division 2.
Yeah, no, he's a very good driver. He's top guy as well. Yeah, no, he did very well last week. I'm surprised he'll definitely be around in the race. I think he's that sort of driver.
Yeah. There we go. Now we can watch it. There's 12 people. There's 10 people watching. So there we go. Yeah, so it should be wet at the end of the race then. So, how many laps is the actual race going to be today then?
22.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. But it's very
Lyronix
close.
on the lap now.
Just to say, between Rappy and Mike Bundy, 0.078. So that is so close at the top.
But look, it's third. It's 0.081.
And they've both retired, so Lyronix here could do something here and get up to third.
Yeah, I think Lyronix, drove brilliantly last week.
Is he GP2?
Yeah, Lyronix, he drove brilliantly in Wednesday. He started last because he crashed in quali and finished 5th. He drove a stunning race. Fair play to him.
That is amazing, that is. Anyone else coming to the line? Oh, there is somebody sweeping around the corner here. I don't know who this is. I'm trying to find it very quickly for you guys. I looked through everybody there and I can't see their car.
Let's have a look.
Somebody about to come to the line, but I can't see who it is. It could be a car that's crashed out, I think. No, it's not. It's Energy Dan, but he's aborted his lap and he's going for another one now. He's just crossed the line in time to get another lap in.
Well, I'm on board with Lyronix in the middle sector.
I'm on board with Bundy, so we can compare.
Lyronix is saying here is a 10th up, but he hasn't gone purple through the middle sector, so.
Oh, Bundy's just gone 3/10 up and sets the new fastest middle sector. Bundy
so in a minute, Bundy's got that upper hand coming into this final chicane.
He has indeed. Let's see what Lyronix can do then. Over to you if you want.
Into the bus stop.
It's just poo on and bus stop. I'm sorry. What stupid names this circuit has. No offence to if you're Belgian and you think they're good names. I'm sorry. Here he
Here we
comes.
go. Pole. Wow. Mega
Here
last
comes Bundy.
sector.
Bundy, is he going to get pole? He does,
He
by
takes it
1/10.
back.
But what about Rappy?
Good lap.
What about Rappy? He's in the
He's
pit.
pit in. Bundy delivered a lap there. Fair play to him.
Is it what? Is it Rumasi? In 8th?
Yeah, Romsey.
Romsey, sorry, I don't get names right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, or he's behind
Romsey,
Lee.
into the last corner he comes now, and across the line he will come in a second. What's it going to be? Not quick at all, this isn't.
Oh, Lee goes up to 7th. Cracking lap from him. Yeah, no, Romsey was a terrible lap. I think he had some problems.
And there you go, that's it. I've qualified him. So we're going to go now to James, your predictions for the race.
For the race?
Yep.
Well, I've got my GP2 teammates back, Mike Bundy. No, I would love to see Bundy win. I think he's
won nearly every round.
He's a bit, yeah, no, he's very good in these cars. He's very good. I'd love to see him win. I think Lyronix will be very quick in the race. He's normally very good. He does turn up, and I think Rappy we'll see as well. And don't count out Dantan or Chebogan. Second in GP2, and Dantan is a very, very quick driver. So we'll see, but
yeah, so it is.
I think the rain's going to be key as well at the end.
It is. So it's Mike Bundy on pole. Second is Lyronix. Third is Rappy. Fourth Dantan. Fifth Chebogan. Sixth is Baboon J. Seventh Lee now. Eighth Langfeld. Ninth Ramasi. DCG next. Then Broomy. Then James. Then JB. Then Energy Dan. And then it's Tenno in 15th. And then it's Lewis behind that. And that is it. For now, that's all we've got. So we are expecting here today, I would say maybe around lap 15 we might see rain, because that's near the end.
Oh, it's overcast now, isn't it?
Yeah, so we could get it quicker than the guys in the chat have said. So
because when we raced on Wednesday, it was overcast and it didn't predict any rain, but it came within like 10 minutes of it just being overcast. So the forecast isn't always right, and when it's spitting with rain. It does make the track greasy, and although it's not wet enough for inters, it makes it difficult to drive on the slicks, so we'll see.
What do you think though, if it's like just very light drizzle, so it's not enough for wet?
These cars are going to be an absolute nightmare to drive.
so it's
if they're like that.
Yeah, so it's like you've just got a little bit of grease on the circuit, so it's not actually.
Yeah.
You got a little shine.
I've had it. Yeah, it just. You just have to brake a bit earlier and be a bit more careful, and the car's easier to slide. So it's a lot more car control, but it will be interesting. Off
we go for our 2 minutes 20-second lap.
Yeah, it's going to be here a while, guys. Waiting for this formation lap to finish. Oh, did I just see rain?
Let's go on board and have a look.
Yes, it's raining already. It's raining on the front wings. If you go on TV pod.
Oh yes, it is indeed.
Guys, it's raining already.
It's not wet enough.
This is exactly the situation I was just saying. It's going to get greasy.
But who's going to win? Who's going to win this, guys? Let us know in the comments if you're not racing. Who you think's going to win? Because there are 8 of you watching, so I bet that's what the race is. But who really minds? But anyway, just to say again, it was Senna 15th, Lewis 16th, Pro Oliver in 17th, 18th is Maggi, 19th Hole Punch, and Topics in 20th position. Here they are as they head around the circuit. Here they do on this very large circuit. Spa is. It's a madness, Spa. I'll tell you that. I'll give you the exact. It is, of course, it can hold 70,000 people if you didn't know this circuit, which is a lot of people. Yes.
Yeah, it is I guess it's quite fast.
It is 7.00. It's 7 kilometers long, which is 4.352 miles. The fastest lap ever around here, in real life this is a 1:46.286 set by Bottas. Pre-2000, with modified bus stop, it was Kimi Raikkonen, and then before that, when we're talking about now, it was Michael Schumacher who got the fastest with the original layout. So there you go.
Things aren't fastest laps as well recorded through the race. So like it's like the ultimate lap will be obviously the quickest in qualifying, but that's not recorded.
I don't
It's the
think so.
quickest lap in the race.
Yeah. So 1:46 is the time to beat in the race, I think. But in qualifying, I would say it'd be like a 1:43, 1:42. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's all good. But yeah, they come then to the line. They're going to come and they're going to do it. It's drizzling at the moment. It's not supposed to heavy rain till the end of the race, they are saying. So it might just be light till the end. I think that's what Senna was talking. I think whoever was put in the chat, I think they're saying that it's not going to be heavy until the end. If that makes sense. So
Yeah. No, I understand. I think it'll be. I said. If, I think with Spa, you've got to take the weather with a pinch of salt.
oh god, yeah. Well, we'll do. So basically, as it goes, as I'll tell everybody again, I will do the first corner, and then we'll just after that let anyone talk and do anything. But we're waiting for the yellow flag at the back to turn to green. It now goes to green as we now have the 4 red lights on. Now 5. And we go here in the Classic Series. Down to corner 1 we go then for this race here at Spa. All the cars looking pretty well, fine at the back of the field. They are here, nobody really touching in the back. Oh, there's 3 wide in the background I've just seen. As they all get around safely here, but Bundy in the lead from Lyonix. Is it going to be all Rafty or is it going to be Dantan? That's the question we've got to know here, as they're nearly 3 wide in the background there, going up Eau Rouge. But I think personally, I'm going to be totally honest with you, these are easier to drive up Eau Rouge. As here he goes then, what is Rafty going to do past Lyonix? No, he's not going to make it through there. He decides to not try that there. But Bogan has just got past Langkraut, has he? Yes, he has. And so has Lee. Lee takes 2 positions up to 60 goals already.
Yeah, very good start from Lee.
Oh, a little slide from Lee. And he loses 2 positions.
Oh, no. The commentator's curse.
Oh, we tapped him. Somebody's tapped him. Somebody has tapped him. And he's around. I'm on board with him, by the way.
No.
Why I can see this. A cloud of dust and off he goes.
Oh, Lee. Oh, I'm gutted for you, buddy.
Just to say, here you go with your timings of who's upped and who's downed on the first lap. We don't. There you go. But yeah, I think it's going to be really hard this race, as you say, because it's raining already.
Yeah. Maggie's made a lot of positions up. 6 on the first, he's up to 12. But most of the top 4 have stayed the same. It was a good start. But Boone J's got past Sunchberg, and oh, someone's a little bit wide there.
I don't know what Maggie's done here because he's now down to 14th. So he. Something must have happened with Mad G because he's down to 14th. We're battling with JB here, so of course, nice to see.
Oh, Lyronix has got a run on Bundy. Bundy just punching a hole through the air at the minute. He needs to try and break the slipstream. No, Lyronix is sensible.
Okay, you know the weather we've got right now?
Yeah.
How many laps do you think then until we'll be getting wet on, or
it could be laps? It could just be like this. It's just going to make it very greasy as Senna gets past Pro Oliver. Yeah, it could last a while.
Ramassi and Brumi. I don't know if I've said that right, but I haven't said whatever his name right. Brumi gets past. But here, up the hill goes James, trying to get that DCG up Eau Rouge and Madion. That is not what you want to do. Well, Rami, whatever his name is, has gone down about.
Lyronix trying to go around the outside of Bundy.
And Senna and Pro Oliver has hit the wall. They both hit, and they're both out. They're both out the Grand Prix. And Lewis is as well.
Oh, horrible crash.
If you just basically, I was on board with Rami, and you could, well, not Rami. What's his?
Romsey.
Romsey, sorry. Get that right. Right, and I was on board with him. And basically, all I could see in the background was Senna tap Pro Oliver, and all of Pro Oliver and Senna spin, so...
It's so difficult around this track, that Eau Rouge section. You've got to be so sensible. Safety car. Now, do you pit for a set of tyres? Do you just stay out? I think most will stay out. It's not wet enough for wets at the minute, but...
No, it's not. Safety car literally has just put out on my screen now and is heading up Eau Rouge and Radion, about to head up Eau Rouge and Radion, so... And if it's anything like last night, it'll be 2 laps behind the safety car. It will. 2 laps.
Yes, it will, yeah.
And last night, if we had the same as last night, it would be a virtual safety car and 3 safety cars.
Yeah, there was a lot last night.
Yes, there was. The last safety car last night was like 18.
Yeah, GP4, when I watched that on Monday, there was a lot as well. And they were out for like 3-4 laps, the safety car. It was really long.
I think it's because, no offense to GP4, but I think it's because they're lower down. They just, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because I'll dig a hole.
No, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, it was wet as well. The conditions were really horrible in GP4.
Yeah,
we didn't have any safe. We had 2 virtuals, I think.
That's still good though.
Yeah, it actually helped me. the no safety car came out. Oh, someone's bailed into the pits.
Lyonix,
yeah. So Dan Tam, Stage Jabogan.
That's what he does. If he's going to come in,
I wonder what tyres they're going to go on.
let's have a look. You won't be able to know because they're all going to go on the same tyre. It looks like the same turbo tyres, so I don't know. But here we go.
Yeah, I know they're all dries. Yeah, still dries.
I don't know if it is dries. No, it's wet. It's
Have
wet.
they gone on to wet?
Lyonix has put on the W. It says on my screen, and off he goes.
Lyonix, yeah, they've all gone on to the wets. That is an interesting call. I don't know if that's the right move because if it doesn't now rain a lot, the people in the front are just going to pull away. Those tyres will just overheat. This is either going to make or break their race now.
Yeah, they've put on wet though, so it's a good call, I would say. But yeah, but no, if you watch, go back to last season. So last season in this league, which was, oh god, was August September time.
Yeah.
And what the Spa Grand Prix there for GP2 or were you GP2 last year?
Last season?
Yeah.
I was in Prem last season.
Did we have a Prem last season?
Yeah, season. Yeah, no, I was in Prem. Hold on,
Hey,
the first season on this game?
Yeah, we did have Prem. That was the first season back. It came back. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was my history of SFR racing. Yeah, no, I was in that Prem division that sadly had to be shut down. And then I joined GP2. Then I went back to Prem, and now I'm in GP2 again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if it was GP2 or GP4 when I did commentary last year, so August, September, October time. And oh my goodness me, up Eau Rouge we had a 6-car crash or some really big car crash.
Eau Rouge is scary on this game.
What do you do it in? That's the question I want to know. Do you do it in 7th or 8th in a proper F1 car?
Oh, I'm trying to remember now. That's a good question, James. You caught me off guard.
Because what I do, right, is I do it in high 7th and the car's about to go into 8th and I'm like, nope, I'm not going into 8th, I'm keeping 7th because the problem is for me is, and I hope the safety car is staying out for another lap, so we'll just go on board with one of the cars and I'll explain exactly what we're doing. What I mean. But basically,
yeah, I was just gonna.
Sorry, carry on.
I was just gonna say I'm looking at these cars now and they're getting a little bit of spray off the tyres, so it might have been the right call.
Are they? Let me have a look.
Oh, Rappy's in. Rappy's in.
The leader's not.
I think he.
But yeah, let's go back on with Bundy and we'll just show you a very quick analogy of what it is. If that's alright to tell everyone. So you're going up this straight here, going quite quickly down here. Oh, I haven't put it on yet. I do apologise to everybody who wanted to see it. The speed here, we're going about 134 miles an hour now behind the safety car if you didn't know. Right, go to this corner here where Eau Rouge is. The outside curb, right, I always clip the outside curb for some stupid reason on the entry of Eau Rouge and then into Radion.
Yeah. And
then I spin the car and then you just lose it and you just can't control it and then it bangs into the wall and crashes me out. So that's kind of how my racing goes.
Oh no, Topic has got a 5-second. No, it is very, very difficult. Eau Rouge on this game. I in my race on Wednesday I nearly spun. Well, no, I lost it, but I managed to keep it.
Who was it?
Yeah, it was. I lost position doing it though. It was I spun just at the. Well, I didn't spin. I half spun at the top of Radion.
Yeah. I think it was. But last. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no, it's just a difficult corner. Very difficult.
It was what's his name? It was Furhan Racer last night.
Yeah.
He. It was him, Black Phoenix, Oh no, it was him, Black Phoenix, or who's you? Oh, somebody out. I can't remember who else on the podium now. That's really sad. That's really bad.
Last night it was Furhan, Black Phoenix, and it was Chain Gang Wow, my
Yeah,
GP2.
Chain Gang Wow. There we go. Yeah. So
rival.
one of them three. I think it was Black Phoenix said he spun the car out of Rouge and Radion. Like, exit of Rouge into Radion. He spun it.
Oh, no,
As Maggi gets a
pen.
10-second penalty there for cutting the track.
Probably get removed.
Yeah, he will get moved. I agree. But yeah, he spun it, and then as he spun the car, right, he managed to get a podium still. I'm like,
Yeah.
you win some because we had so many safety cars. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes it's not about how well you drive at all parts of the race safety car in this lap. It's just it's just making sure you get to the end. Like, it's cliche saying, but to finish first you have to finish. So
Indeed.
there's no big good being quick in practice or in qualifying. You need to be there on lap 22.
Indeed, that's correct. But what would you do with the situation here? That's what I'm just going to quickly add.
I think they're going to really start to struggle on these slicks. I think obviously how quickly Lyronix and Dantan can get through the pack if they're quicker. I think this first lap's going to be key, because if they're gaining time, then obviously everyone else, they're going to be in the lead once everyone pits. But if not, if Bundy has grip on these tyres and can pull away, and then it gets to a little bit wetter as time goes on and then they pit, then Dantan and Lyronix have chosen the wrong strategy. But here we go.
We're green, and away we go again. Now we do into the bus stop. So I was just about to say what I meant was, what were they going to do with this thing here? He went a bit later than normal. You seen the free safety cars yesterday? Well, we did anyway. When Furham was in the lead, he only went just after the chicane. But anyway, enough about that now. Back on with the race we go. We've rambled on about too many other topics that aren't racing, which is surprising. But is he going to go past the energy down? No, he's not. Into the pit lane come 4 cars. Really bad timing to come in, it is. But we'll hope to see what happens here. But it is, just to say, Bundy, Baboon J, Langfeld, DCG and Broomy. And just to say as well, if you see any incidents or anything, if I'm still talking, you can shout and butt in, by the way. So, like, James, I don't mind if, like, there's, say, I'm talking about DCG, say, and then Broomy's having a good battle with energy down. Oh, Broomy's energy down, battling like that. Then you can butt in. And they are as well. Energy down here and James and JB here, Jack here. Are they going to go side by side? No, they're not. They're deciding not to. But
Lyronix is gaining on them, so I think
you can see the spray. You can see the spray.
Yeah, they're all struggling. Yeah, it's wet. They need to pit. They've got the strategy right.
Dan, I think Bundy's done alright here.
Yeah, no, Bundy's doing alright, but he's going to come out way behind these Lyronix at the minute.
Last car who just pitted, by the way, was James, and he's in P14. So
JB slipped a bit of. Ooh, JB lost it on the curb and then came back on the racing line, and Lyronix had to back out of that.
He did as well.
There's no grip. Yeah, JB and Energy Dan are off the circuit, and Lyronix is pinched. He can't go anywhere.
JB and Energy Dan side by side, and he's done it. And here comes Lyronix. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be interesting. What I think Bundy will come in because
they've got to. It's too wet now.
If I show you from leader, sorry, very quickly, from leader to this, it is, well, the pit lane from when you get taken off by the game, and the game then puts it back on your car, is
sector 3.
Oh, that was Romasi, whatever you. Romsey there going off. But anyway, the pit lane here, by the way, if you didn't know, is 17 seconds from activation to activation.
Is it? Bundy's in.
So he will be back out, by the way, in P12 as Mad G does something. I think he's on the way.
Will that bring out a safety car?
Oh, he crashes into the wall there. You see that there. That is not good. It won't bring out a safety car. Virtual, it will bring out those. Great time for all these guys in the pit lane.
Lyronix now takes the lead. Bundy's out in 4th. That's not been too bad. That virtual safety car's come at a very good time for the people just pitting on slicks.
It has indeed, as the safety car's still out. It is here. If you don't know, if you never watched F1 before and you never know what a virtual safety car is, you only play the game. I don't know what to say, but a virtual
It's pretty much just you got to slow down, isn't it? Just
yes.
we don't need the full safety car, but there's danger on track, so people just need to go a little bit slower than full racing speed.
Yeah. So basically,
you've got to keep your time below delta.
The maximum you can go is 80 miles an hour, and now we're green. You can go as quick as you want now,
green.
but under virtual safety car, maximum you can go is 80 miles an hour. I don't know what that is in kilometres. I think that's like 100 and something kilometres, but
yeah.
Because we have a lot of people who aren't British who watch this, so they all talk in kilometres, not not miles.
Yeah, kilometres. Yeah, it's not
stupid, really. But, just to say, at 55, Speedforce Racing put in the chat saying 5 minutes till rain. So it was 8 o'clock when we got the rain, just to say.
Lee has lost half his front wing.
Yeah, Lee.
Unlucky Lee.
Oh, he's last. And he's not last anymore because Punch has made a mistake and gone off.
Yeah, I think they've had a spin at the in the Lake Com chicane. Rappy is very quick in these conditions. He's right on the back of Dantan here.
Maybe he's practiced in the wet and got a wet setup ball.
Yeah, they're all really struggling for grip. These cars have such little downforce.
I'm going to take that off now and put on back onto individuals. We have a battle going on here, and he's done it. Energy Dan has let Ramsey through. Let Romsey through. He has there, and then the only other battle we've got is Rappy, as you said.
Oh, they've got no grip on acceleration.
We have a sector 3 spinner, and that is James has spun it. You can see it there.
Oh no.
GP2
I like James,
driver.
good driver. These conditions are treacherous. They are sliding all over the show.
Oh, into the wall goes Topics. Into the wall goes Topics. It's not what Topics wanted here. It's not. We may. I never think I'll say this. Oh, Langfeld spun it at the Rouge and Radion, I think. I think he's out at Rouge and Radion. No, he's not. He's punted it into the wall on the historic start line. That is something I would never say. Can you see his car?
I can't, no.
Go on board with James now. And look at it. There we go. Oh no, Punch. You see Punch?
Yeah, Punch is going very slow.
Yeah. Go. Oh, he's gone now, but just go on board with Punch and I'll point it out for you. I think he's lost fuel.
How have he lost fuel?
He hasn't. I don't know why he's going really slow. I think he's waiting for Lee to come back out the pit lane.
Not sure what Punch is doing at the minute, but unless I said he's waiting for a battle with Lee.
He is.
Yeah, he has gone.
Where we are right now, you know where we are right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he crashed there into the wall and retired there.
Oh no, that's not good.
It's in a very awkward place. I've never seen it before really happen. Langfeld said barely
Yellow
touched
sector
the
on
wall.
Topics just lost the car at the top of the route and hit the wall on the right.
Oh, that's not good.
He's out.
Everyone's saying restart in the somebody's saying restart in the chat, and then Energy Down and then Electro Down, sorry, said Lee for the win.
Lee for the win. Dantan's gone wide. Out of the second sector.
Sorry about that, I just heard something on my phone, sorry. Nothing to do with you.
Sorry, my puppy's been a bit of a nightmare.
No, that's fine. I don't think it was to do with you, it was just on my phone I heard something as well. So.
Right.
Yeah, but Bundy, Rappy's got through, so Rappy's got past Dantan on that lap, but Bundy trying to get through was Ramsey, or Romsey, sorry, and JB there. Romsey gets past JB and then pulls away because JB makes a little mistake and goes on the grass. But now he's in the clutches of Energy Down.
Yeah, Rappy's very quick in these conditions. I think he's within 7 turns with Ironics here.
I don't know.
What division does Rappy race in? I don't know.
I swear he's GP...
Oh, he's got an excellent run here, Rappy, out of Eau Rouge and Radion. He's got the run on Ironics. He's got the inside line. No, he's run out of acceleration.
Oh. He's going to tap
Here we
him.
go to
Looks like he's about to tap him. I don't know. Do you want me to have a look?
I don't know if he raced. He might just race in the classics. I don't think I saw him race this week. So
no, he might be racing on Sunday on the reserves.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
By the way,
he might be a reserve.
If you didn't know, everybody, we've got a brand new reserve league on a Sunday now. So
yeah, I watched that. It was good. Con drove very well.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look for you in the championships. I don't think we have a reserve championship table because we don't. Probably not. Maybe
Bundy's all over the back of Dantan. Dantan's struggling in these conditions a little bit, it seems. But it's a learning curve for all these drivers. I'm sure none of them have done wet weather practice.
Who are we talking about?
Dantan in third.
No, I mean, so it's Rappy.
Rappy second. I think it's all just settled down a little bit now.
You're still leading to Wildon.
Ironics is still in the lead.
No, he's not in the championship, you are correct. If anyone who's here not racing, can you confirm if Rappy's in the reserve championship or not? Or if he's just in this one. But he's really close now, 0.5 behind, very close. There he is. That's the closest pass we have on circuit. Lewis says, yes, Restar. You should be racing, James, says Electro Dan.
No. I don't think I could race in these Electros, Dan, mate. I'd like to race in these cars in these conditions, though. I bet they're great. Great fun, but not very grippy. Rappy is all over the back of Ironics here now. If he can stay close to him through this corner, he can get a nice slipstream, hopefully, and could potentially make a move.
Electro Dan says easy.
What did he say?
Easy. It's easy. Well, why are you not racing then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why is Dan not racing?
Langpot says James would just crash. And then put like the emoji with the water right off the top of his head, like he's sweating. I don't know why. Wow. Rappy right on the back here. This is looking like Rappy could actually get through here.
Rappy is looking on it.
0.4 behind. About a car length back he is. There's a car between them probably right now. That is all that it is. Nope, make that a little bit less now. They're separated by that. But here we go. Then there's Rappy. I think he might try to poo on. Is this long sweeping corner poo on?
Yeah.
Would he try to poo on? It'd probably be the best option. Energy Dan says, don't want to show them guys up. Let them have fun.
Oh no, Lee's out. I think he's retired in the pits.
He has as well. But yeah, basically, Energy Dan saying you don't want to show these guys up. Let them.
I don't think I would show them up, to be fair. These guys are doing well. These are difficult conditions right now. I think the problem they're having is that they just can't get close enough to overtake. But we will see. There's yellow in sector 1. But
yeah,
I'm not
it's Lee's AI car coming out of the pit lane.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I have no idea why it's coming out of the pit lane, but it is.
The Boom J's very close to Chabogan. Oh, Baboon J's got the run here, has he?
He has as well.
Ooh, he's gone in. Careful. Is he going to go around the outside into the bus stop? Here's he brakes later. Can he get the car slowed down? Ooh. They're both sliding. No, Chabogan just holds it. Firm but fair racing there.
It definitely was indeed. As James gets past Romsey. And Romsey makes a little mistake, but back to the lead battle we go. And it's not really closing, but the only battle we now have is Dantan and Bundy. That's a very good battle there it is. Going to be good to see.
Rappy gets a really good run through Eau Rouge, but he just... I think Lyronix may be running lower downforce.
Oh, here we go though. Here goes Rappy. Down the inside,
he's going to go here.
He's got this done. He's got this done now. He has here. And he's done it. Lovely move there. Through into the lead of the Grand Prix.
Good move.
And here he goes then. Is he going to make his move stick? No, he's not. He's not even going to try Bundy there to get past Dantan. That is... Oh, Dantan make a little slide. Can Bundy actually get through? No, we can't here. By the way, we're on lap 10 out of 22, and then straight after this race we'll have, hopefully try and get some of the top three in, and a quick chat with them. So we'll be done, if you think about it, we will be done about 30 minutes. We've got about 35 minutes, then we'll be done this stream, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. About 35 to 40 minutes. Lee says, not racing around on my own, 30 seconds off the next guy.
That's not the attitude, Lee. Come on. Bundy's still close to Dantan. I think Bundy's a bit quicker at this part of the race. Dantan's all over the curbs. You've got to stay off the curbs. There's just no grip on them at all. It's like driving on ice.
It is indeed. As Bundy now is the closest battle we have. Oh, he clips it again.
He's got the run now.
Oh, he clips it again.
Dantan is really struggling on traction right now. Bundy needs to stay really close through here.
Here he goes.
He's lifted sensibly. Yeah. Now, if the door's open, he's got to go for it. No, Dantan's gone defensive. No, Dantan covered that really well. Didn't go fully defensive there, Dantan. It just went enough to put Bundy off. And Dantan is in the pits. Why is Dantan in the pits?
And so too is Jabogan. They
Interesting.
They may think
maybe
it's not a lot. The wets, probably only 8 laps, probably get on the wet.
Obviously, we don't know the deg on these sides. I assumed it'd be low, but maybe it's not. Maybe the degradation's really high.
In they come, put on the fresh set of tyres, and out they come. Very quick pit stops from both of them. Very nice indeed. As the closest battle on circuit now then is the lead and battle, 1.2 seconds on the gap.
Yeah, I think everyone's said it's spread out a bit. Jabogan gets a free time second penalty for corner cutting. I thought he'd just come out of the pits.
Electro Dan, sorry, says I've retired from this season anyway. Lang, so this is about to Lang fault, by the way. So you don't have to worry about me passing you anymore with my disaster of an internet. There we go.
Yeah, I think Dan has had a few internet issues, but hopefully he'll be back racing soon when he is up for it more again. But said he's a great driver, and hopefully he'll be back in full-time SFR again soon. I said it's all kind of spread out again. No real close battles at the minute. I think I said Lyronix, to be fair, now that he's behind Wappy, seems to be keeping a good pace with him.
Indeed.
Sometimes it's easier to follow because you've got that marker in front of you, so you can just kind of follow their lines.
So here we go.
And you're getting a slipstream.
So then we've had 11 laps of this race out of 22, and it is Rappy in the lead from Lyonix, which is 1.9 seconds. It is, made that 1.6 now, sorry. 6 seconds back on them is Bundy, then it's Baboon J, Dantan, Broomy, Jabogan, JB, Romsey, and then it's James, DCG, Energy Down, and Punch in the race. Into the pit comes Baboon J into the pit lane. And let's go on board with one of the cars and see what Lyonix is doing. Up the route he goes and tries to clip. Don't clip both curbs. Don't do that. I did that. Spin off. It's awful. Go down the straight as quick as you can. He's now Baboon J exiting the pit lane and will come out in 6th. Baboon J will. No, make that 5th actually. He comes out in. Lyonix now down here breaks down into the corner nicely and away he goes. And there you go. Sorry, I just tried to do something there which. There we go.
Langfell in the comments says that Dantan had over 65% wear, so they will be making another pit stop. So I was wrong. These wet tyres are degrading at a rapid rate.
If it's going to stay wet all race, you're probably looking at about a 3 stop then. or maybe a fourth
It
stop.
could be, yeah. They might have to stop. Obviously, with the fuel load getting lighter, that'll mean less degradation. But that is really interesting information that the tyres are wearing that much. And these cars with low, obviously degraded tyres, is going to be really, really difficult to drive with.
Indeed, it will do. As we're looking there, so I just was tried something when I did that little bit of commentary. Then I don't know why. I don't know why I did that.
It's all good, don't worry.
If you don't know, I'm in a different league, and there used to be a commentator called what's his name, Evil Dragon, who now does like esports for AOR. And
I don't watch AOR, sadly.
oh, okay, well anyway, he does that now, and basically he's been in the league I was in, and he used to pretend to be like Murray Walker. That's a random thing to say. And
I love Murray Walker.
And he literally like, do you know when Murray Walker used to like tell James, like James used to stop talking, right?
Yeah.
James Hunt used to stop talking, and then Murray would literally just talk about like a corner and how you take that corner, and then these are the people in that order.
Yeah.
That's what he does, and he's very good at it, and that's what I just randomly did that. I don't know why, but Bundy's in the lead.
These tyres are said, I think, Lyronics and stuff.
9 laps you can do.
Obviously, Bundy pitted later than the rest of these guys, so Bundy should have some more tyre grip left, but he'll probably will have to pit again. But the best thing that could happen from Bundy right now is if there's a safety car or VSC soon, because then he'll lose less time pitting. But Rappy's only come out about 8 seconds behind, so that gap's going to vanish soon.
Indeed. Indeed it will vanish soon. So just to say, the only battle we do have is Jabogan and Brumi. 1.2 seconds behind each other, but we make good cut the corner there. Jabogan did there.
Yeah, I think Bundy as well got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits on the last lap, so that's not going to help him in the final standings for this race.
Indeed it won't. But no, it looks really good though. At the moment, all 13 still racing, so that's Lenau, Topics, Langfeld, Maggi, Lewis, Senna and Pro Oliver, who all retired, or DNF technically, if on this race.
They have indeed. It is difficult though, this race has been difficult. These cars around this track are, so it's not easy, and these conditions especially, I've got a lot of respect for these guys. It's difficult, and just keeping it on the track is difficult. So fair play to him.
Indeed.
But I think the rain's getting heavier. I don't know if it's just something I'm noticing, but it looks like now they're on full wets because they look like they're struggling more.
Oh yes, you can see it now. You can just see it there. When you look on board the JB right now, right?
Yeah.
Or look on any onboard camera from anyone, the spray is it. How do I explain it? I explain it badly sometimes when I do commentaries. I've done commentaries for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's 2 and a bit years actually, but I'm so bad at it. Sometimes I refer to it as a shower.
Oh, Baboon J.
You just turn the shower on, a little drizzle comes out, then you turn it fully on and buckets come down.
Yeah. Baboon J's got past Antan. I think it was into Blanchimont.
That's very good then. Oh yeah, you can see it now on the circuit. Look, it looks like the spray looks like it's coming up massively.
I think it said that they're all these cars just have wet tyres. There's no defining factor, if that makes sense. There's no inters or wets, it's just one wet tyre, so they're on the right tyre now, but the grip's going to be even worse.
Yeah, it is going to be massively worse, but as you want to know, just to say, it's going to be good. It is here.
Bundy's holding his own up in front, he's still 7 seconds ahead.
If he comes in right next lap, he'll be out in 5th.
I wonder if he can try and extend it. I don't know if he's looked after his tyres at all, but it might be an idea to extend the stint and see how long he can go. But if he extends too long, he's just going to lose any undercut advantage that he's going to have. So it's going to be difficult for him, but it might be an idea to extend the stint if he can and keep going and just look after the tyres. Energy down gets a 5-second penalty.
Indeed. So what basically we do, if you didn't know, is not look at penalties. We wait till the end of the race and then we just we pop them through the penalties then.
Yeah.
So it gives
enough.
you interesting as you viewers not knowing the penalty situation. But the closest battle on circuit now is between Dantan and Jaboon J.
Yeah, Baboon J got
Jaboon, I
past on
called
the
him.
last lap.
Jaboon.
He's driving a good race.
God, it sometimes does that to me when you've commentated so long and you know so many different names of people racing. It's like, and it's so many different leagues.
Oh, Romsey's got past.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm racing in this league today. I'll call it that league, and then at the end of the stream, you're like, so thanks for watching today's race. It's, oh my god, I've just called it a different league.
Oh, Romsey's round. No, he's just held it. Oh, good. Him and JB were wheel to wheel at the top of the column. Bundy's still holding his own there, 7 seconds ahead.
You can see it now.
Closing in. I think Bundy's driving really well here. I don't know if he can extend it to the end of the race. I probably might be a big ask, but he's driving really well at the minute.
It's not heavy pouring down. It's not massively heavy pouring. It's not like, what am I going to say?
It's not aquaplaning.
It's not aquaplaning or
Bundy's in.
Or thunderstorms. But what I call this, it's still heavy. It's still quite heavy. It's
Yeah, it's heavy rains.
Okay, I'm gonna make this sound like a shouter now, and this is gonna be really off peak. But you know when you just turn it on, and a little drizzle comes out. That's what we had to start with. You turn it on a little bit more, and you've got this rain. Then you turn it to full, and you've got full rain, which we don't have now. If that makes sense. As Bundy now comes out the pit lane, where's he going to come? I think
Bundy
he'll be
had
out.
to serve, I think, a 5-second penalty there, so that slowed him down.
I think it'll be 5th position for Bundy here.
Where's Jabogan?
He's just coming into the first corner now, so it's going to be nip and tuck between these two. And Jabogan misses out. He just comes out Bundy just in front.
Bundy stays ahead.
It's spot on. There he does. We have no battles anymore, so if you want to talk about anything, just let me know and I can talk about it. Or
no, I think I said it's all kind of settled down now. I think the question, can Bundy catch up to Dantan before the end of the race? Can Lyronics make a move, try and close that gap down, because it's been hovering at 1.5 seconds for a while now. I don't know if he can 1.5, 2 seconds, whether he can close that up. But DCG's not far behind James TLH. Bromley's in a race of his own. Sorry, excuse me. So that'd be interesting if he pits again. Bromley, no, he's pitted recently, 1 lap. So James TLH and said I think DCG will be not fast past him. But this rain is now, I think, getting even heavier. Like I said, it's starting to said it's definitely full wet conditions right now.
Yeah, it's. I know this game doesn't do it, but it's kind of like the weather you would have where a full safety car would take you around for the first 2 laps of the race, and then you would race.
Yeah, it's that sort of rain at the minute, and they are really struggling.
It's kind of similar to the rain they had here ages ago when it was between Schumacher, that crash with Coulthard, that kind of rain.
Oh yeah, do you remember that race?
I wasn't alive, but yes.
No, just watching in history. Christ, yeah, that was long.
Did you? I wasn't
that was a good
alive.
race.
I was born
Damon
in
Hill won that race, didn't he? I think.
Yeah.
DCG's closing up to James TLH, which I thought he would do. Baboon J 5-second penalty.
Here goes DCG then. Is he going to get
James
through? He
lost
does. Oh, he taps him into the wall.
Oh no. That was really unfortunate. I think James got wide and then DCG tried to put the power on and just unfortunately they tangled there. But Lyronics now is closing up to Rappy. I was wondering, is Lyronics trying to make a late charge on him here?
Did you see what happened with James and DCG?
Yeah, so James went wide and DCG went to pass him, but I think either James tried to get onto the throttle too early, or I think DCG passed him, was trying to pass him, but James was trying to get back up onto the track and has just gone into DCG and spun. So, but the gap at the lead now down to less than a second. So Lyronics, as I said, is making a charge here.
He is, as into the pits comes James, and you're correct. What I could say was James was coming back onto circuit just to come back onto a tiny bit, and I think just DCG was going onto that curb going onto the line and just taxing a tiny bit. which
It was
isn't bad.
unfortunate. I think it's a racing incident. There was nothing wrong there.
Just to say, in the front of the field, Baboon J is now 0.8 in front of Dantan. Dantan's closed that gap down. He has. So it is, by the way, Rappy, Larynx, Baboon J, Dantan, Bundy, Jabogan, and Broomy, DCG, JB, and then Romsey, who are your top 10, and all separated, by the way, your top 10, if we can actually get there, by 1 minute 11. If you didn't know. So that means that your leader, who is now heading down the sweeping corner before the last corner, is is 45 seconds behind Romsey. If that makes any sense to you. Probably doesn't. But just to say, in this wet conditions now, this is pretty much full wet. The lap times here are around 121s, 122s around here, so.
I'm bored with Lyronix here. Looks like he's got good grip, so. But he's got to really start closing that gap up even more. I don't know if Rappy's going to try and respond now and pull the gap. Bundy's closing in on Dantan and Baboon J. I think those three will be closed before the end of the race.
Indeed. But let's have a look then.
Oh, Baboon J lost it at the top of Eau Rouge there, but he held it well.
A tiny little twitch it looked like to me. Wasn't really a lot. Let's see what Dantan can do here. He's the closest battle we've got, this is. But just look off board. It doesn't look like it's raining much, right? Go on board, and it is chucking it down here. It is. And by the way, if you were actually watching F1 in this time period, so the 80s, you would have, security cameras that are on the side of buildings that are like that chunky.
Yeah.
That would be F1 at the time. I think the BBC had F1 at the time. They used to get 2 cars or one or 2 cars in the race, and slot that on the side of the car like a big massive box, and say, right, you can have this for the race today. We'll have a Lotus and a McLaren. You can have the box on the side of the car.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, I watched. You probably didn't watch it, but I watched the rerun that F1 did of the race in Australia they used to go to. What's it called? Adelaide.
Yeah.
And they had one of the Lotuses had a massive box on the side.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah. I learned that new when I watched that race. But anyway, I watched too much F1. That's kind of saying. And if you as well, guys, if you are bored of quarantine and you want to watch racing, go to the F1 YouTube channel. And I think it's once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks, or we'll say once a week. There's a mistake. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Who made the mistake? Oh, it was James Z. TLH. James made the mistake. But just to say, if you go on F1 channel every week or once a week or once every 2 weeks, they have a historic race on there. If you didn't know that, James.
Yeah, no, I've watched a couple of them actually.
I watched very good Bahrain race with Lewis and Rosberg. Very good. Oh, James is out.
Oh, James is out. Virtual safety car.
Where did he crash? Oh, he crashed. Well, that's a weird place. Go for the chicane here, go down the little straight, go around the corner, and then he crashed in the next corner.
Yeah, I know. It's like, is it just after No Name, as it might be called?
Yeah.
That left-hander, yeah.
We'll hopefully see if we can see on board with Punch here when he gets that corner, if what happened. But Punch might be too slow. Nope, here goes Punch then into the corner. We will get to see the car. Oh, he just clipped the wall there. You can see the car on the side. Very odd. And now it just gets disappeared, the car does. But very odd.
I think Rappy's got Lyronix covered. I think he can respond. I think that's settled now, but we'll see. A lot can happen in 4 laps in these cars.
Indeed it can. So where are we going to get going any second here? We're normally about 40 seconds. Here we are, as we're still with the virtual safety car out, we are. So when will it come in? We've still got virtual safety car out.
Green.
And we're green now. We're green now on Raceway, and that took 30 seconds. I did that.
Yeah, it was normal
Oh.
safety. Sorry, virtual safety car.
Punch has gone wide. Why am I saying ooh? I thought it was a leader, one of the leaders.
Yeah, like honestly, got the gap back down to 8 tenths. Bundy's closing up onto Dantan as well. You've got the top 6 covered by 20, and then Brumby's another 20 seconds behind. The field has spread out quite a bit. Ironics is goes right back up actually. He's only 6 tenths behind. Can he get a good slipstream up through Eau Rouge and Radion onto the Kemmel Straight?
And you said Bundy couldn't do it, right?
Bundy?
I think Bundy proved you wrong here. You said he couldn't get to Dantan, right, in time.
No, I think he could. Yeah, I think they would be close at the end, but
It's going to be down to the wire there, because it was 4 seconds. It was 3.9, so technically 4 seconds. It's now up down to 1 second. So if you're in an F1 car, technically he just missed out on DRS.
God, these conditions must be so treacherous for these drivers. Baboon J's in a solid third, it looks in a minute. I think Bundy will struggle to get past him before the end.
Yeah, if it is going to be, if he is going to get through Bundy, it will be last lap battle with Baboon J, or even last lap battle with Dantan here at this stage.
Yeah.
So we think it's going to be it there. So we're going to get a new winner of the championship, ladies and gentlemen, today. And not leader of the championship, a new winner. Because if you want to know, as I'm going to go on Twitter right now, because that's the best place to find the results so far, as it is. It is Bundy.
Yellow sector 3.
That was this battle we're looking at now, and it was Punch getting out of the way.
Yeah, I think Punch. Yeah.
Bundy has won 2 races, Lyonix has won 1, and Dantan's won 1. So it'll be nice to get a different kind of winner, another winner in this here. But look at Lyonix though; he wants his second win in this championship. He won in Spain, second round, and he really wants to win here. He does. On Rappi, just to say we don't go into the cars you have to pay money for, if that makes sense. So if you know the Cinnamon Crossed on this game, we have not gone for their cars, we've gone for the 88 car next, if you wondered. And I think we're Japan next actually.
Oh god.
Let me have a look and just confirm that, but I think we are. Correct, we are at Japan in the 88 McLaren. As yeah, Punch has retired, he's lapped by everybody, so he thought he'd retire. Oh, we have a spinner in sector 1, who is that? That is, let me have a look. Nobody, it doesn't look like. Oh no, it is. It's Jabogun.
Is it?
I made a little mistake, Jabogun. But he keeps it going now.
He's a top quality driver, Jabogan.
He does. It just clipped the curb when I saw it, like a little bit over the curb. So that's pretty much.
3rd, 4th, and 5th are all very, very close right now.
There, but then Adam just retired, and that I think got the yellow flag out as well. There, but what can we do here? We have 2.5. Oh god. Oh god. Sorry about that if you heard that noise. We have 2.5 laps to go. Here we do. And the battle, the closest battle is between Bundy and Dantan.
To be fair, it's been quite, looking at position changes, it's been quite solid. Like I said, people gone up about 3, there's been no massive gainers, gained throughout the field, it's been quite solid.
Indeed.
Bundy's got the fastest lap of the race, so I don't know if that'll mean he'll get a point for that. So 3rd, 4th and 5th is the one to watch at the minute. As Dantan goes a little bit deep into the bus stop there, it's going to compromise his exit onto the pitch straight, and Bundy closes in.
Here we go then.
Ironic seems to gain a bit of time and then he loses it back. I don't know if it's just downforce levels. Maybe Ironics is running less drag, but Rappy's got more grip in the middle sector and is gaining time on exit.
There goes Bundy.
Dantan.
Let's see what Bundy can do then on Dantan as he heads around the circuit. He's looked even closer now, 0.4. This looks close. Will he try this time, as we have, just to say, 1 and 3/4 of the lap of the race to go here. We do 22 laps this race is. If I would love to see it, and I think we are going to see it.
Oh, Dantan's on the grass. Dantan's on the grass. Bundy passes in.
He's done it.
Into Rivage.
He does into Rivage.
Poor Dantan.
Indeed. A little mistake for Baboon J. He goes wide at the corner, the exit of that corner. Keeps it going though, so it's not too bad. He wobbles again as he clipped the curb. Don't do that, mate. If Bundy...
It's starting to dry up a little bit now. Ironic still within a second of Rappy. But I think Rappy, as long as he makes no mistakes going into this final lap, will win the race. I think the question we need to ask is whether Bundy can close up to Baboon J before the end.
Wow, it's gone down to 0.3 already.
Bundy's on an absolute charge here. Yellow sector 3. Oh, it's Dantan.
Oh, he's made a mistake again.
Oh, it's on that. He's probably gone wide at the exit of Blanchimont and lost the car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, unlucky, buddy.
5 minutes.
Oh, and he's into the... No, he carries on. Lyronics 6/10 behind Rappy.
There we go then, so this is the last lap then, so we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go of this lap. Then we'll get the drivers in, hopefully, have a quick chat.
Brady on.
Here, and here he goes then, does Bundy.
He's going around the outside. Oh, he squeezed him.
This will be, if Bundy can get this. Let's see then what we can do here then, because if Bundy gets a podium, he's not been on the not been off the podium for the first 5 rounds of the season. That is incredible. There, if he can do that by Lyonic.
I think Baboon J may have a big penalty. I could be wrong. Oh, Baboon J's lost it on the exit again. I think Baboon J's really struggling for grip right now.
Oh, Dantan made a little mistake. Bundy there made a shift that wasn't a good shift, a gear shift. Up the gears there wasn't good enough, but it's still okay though, to be honest. There it is. So we'll have about 10 minutes left of this stream, maybe. Just get Bundy in and just have a quick chat with him and then end the stream, I think. We should do that. But look at this now, Lyonics right
Lyonics is all over the back of Rappy. Oh, Rappy's...
made a
little bit
mistake.
twitchy. Oh my god, we're going into the last corner.
Into the second class corner now we turn. Down through these gears we go. Lionix now needs to get a good braking zone. He's not made that stick nicely there, he has. What about leader? Oh, he's made a little mistake, the leader. But here he comes, enters Rappy. And we don't know penalties, we don't need to know penalties, but Rappy comes across the line and wins. Lionix second. Oh, what a race there, 0.1, the gap there it was at the end of the race. Baboon J will get third and Bundy will get fourth if the penalties are no penalties, that's what I'm kind of trying to say. But here they come then, Baboon J next, then Bundy, what a race there, and Bundy gets the podium because Baboon J had a 5-second penalty. Jabogan is now crossed, Dantan now breaks into the last corner now and comes out of the last corner now and to the line. He will now and will pick up, the P6, and we're just waiting for Broomy, DCG, JB, Romsey and Energy Down. Here we are. Broomy now into the third to last corner, no, into the last corner now, he brakes. And this will be a good result for Broomy after having not a good result in a couple of rounds, but got a podium though, Broomy, so can't be too disappointed, but a 7th, we'll take a 7th at the end of the day. I will. There he does. 8th will be DCG. Sorry, carry on. You're about to speak.
No, yeah, no, nothing.
He will. DCG now crosses. Lovely job from him. His team are out there clapping him as they come across. Another team who are now out are JB's team because this is his first race back in SFR. Hello JB, welcome back. And what a race that was from you. Getting a point, getting 2 points there. Nice to see as there's a few people of his team out there clapping. You'll be happy with that, taking a couple of points in this wet race. Romsey, in 10th, and now Energy Down braking now. He is into the second last corner and into the last corner. He'll come in a second. He will. Here he does, and here comes Energy Down across the line now. He flies and spins across there. Lovely to see that. There it is. Now we're looking on board with one of the drivers now, which is Romsey, who of course is another Belgian driver, if you didn't know. Or a Belgian or German, one of them, I think. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But here's your podium, and of course, James, we forgot to do it, but we'll give it to it now. Your driver of the day.
My driver of the day.
Maybe if we just, you can do it, but if you want to skip this and see where they started and finished, you can be. But
I think my drive of the day, I'm going to give it to Rappy actually. I think he won the race and I think he drove a really I think he had Lironix covered. I think he was just keeping it between the white lines. I think he was the quickest driver today, and yeah, I think he was driver of the day for me.
Okay then, so in the comments box here, Rappy gets your driver of the day. Second, he does and wins the race. Second is Lironix, 0.1 behind, very close it was. Bundy third, 4th Jabogan, 5th Baboon J, Dantan in 6th, 7th Broomy, 8th DCG, 9th is JB, and 10th is Romsey, 11th is Energy Dan, and then your non-finishers are of course Punch, James, Lee, Topics, Langfeld, Mad G, Lewis, Senna, and Oliver, Pro Oliver there, that is. They're not finishing, so we had 11 out of the 20 finishing. Not bad actually, that isn't. Only 8, not only yet. Well, about 8 not finishing there, so not bad.
That was a good race. I think it was said the conditions were tough, but I think the drivers did well. Right, shall I invite the top 3 in?
If you want to, that'd be good, thanks. It is Lironix, Rappy, they're both Germans, so there we go, and Bundy, that's alright. So yeah, just to give you a quick idea again, we're in the 88 McLaren next week, and we're at one of the trickiest circuits in that one, and I hope nobody spins and crashes in the S's, because that should be a nightmare there as we go to Japan. Should be absolutely brilliant next week. Join us for that next week if you're not going to stay here and want to listen to the comms. Listen to us talk to the drivers afterwards. So we are going to do it in reverse order. So it'll be Bundy, then it'll be Rapid, then it'll be Lyonix, then Rappy. So if I will do Bundy, and then you can do the top two if you want.
I'm trying to get hold of Rappy. Hold on.
If you can't, wait, have I made this party private? Let me just check. No, I haven't. It's public, so you can add them all in.
Rappy 433. Hold on. Yeah, I've invited him. There we go. We've got Bundy in. I don't think the others will join, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave the session and put the car on.
Okay.
Here we will. So yeah, if we don't get anyone else in, we'll just quickly talk to Bundy and then we will finish this stream. We'll give it another 30 seconds, and if nobody joins, then that'll be it. We'll just have Bundy, because Bundy always joins.
He's a legend, isn't he, Bundy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm very surprised. But yeah, well, okay then. I don't know like anyone else is joining. We'll just quickly do this, and then we'll end the stream. So Bundy. Well done for the P3. I don't know if you were expecting to get P3 today. I mean, I think it was you were P4 at the time, and did you know Baboon J had a penalty, or?
Yeah, I knew he had a penalty.
Okay. But how do you think your race went? And were you expecting it? Yeah, how do you think your race went first, and then I'll ask the next question afterwards.
Yeah, it was good. The start was a bit chaotic. It started raining before we even set off, so but yeah, as soon as the safety car came out, it kind of mixed the field up a bit, and then obviously when I dropped back, I knew I had some pace. I didn't know if I had the leader's pace in the wet. I'm not the strongest in the wet, so. But yeah, I was happy to take the podium away, especially with that final lap. That was scary.
Yeah, it looked it. The question I want was with the tyres. Were you expecting your tyres to be that going off that quickly? Did you think they would be going off that quickly?
What, the dries or the wets?
The wets. Did you think they would be going off that quickly because you were managing only like 7 or 8 laps on them?
I was quite surprised actually. I thought they would go to the end, especially considering I pit like lap 5 or 6. I think my tyre wear was like 50% on the rears with what, 8 laps to go. So I may have made it, but I didn't want to take the risk.
Nice. Anything you want to add, James?
Yeah, so obviously the safety car came out and Lyronix and Dantam pitted for the wets and you didn't. Do you think that was a mistake, or were you not sure about what to do at that time, or were you like, I still don't think it's wet enough for the wets?
It definitely didn't feel wet enough for the wets, because it doesn't go to inters, it goes straight to wets on this.
Yeah.
So you've got to sort of handle the wet conditions a little bit before it goes full wets, or do what they did and pit and potentially burn your tyres out too early. Because Dantam pitted quite early on the second stint, so
Yeah, and also
I was going to say I beat one of them and didn't beat the other one, so yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's a bit of a mixture.
Obviously, qualifying went well. You got pole. How was that lap?
It felt pretty good actually. I don't really remember what happened. Yeah, I can't even remember I can't even. Yeah, it was so long ago. I mean, it was like 2 minute 30 lap times.
Yeah.
But it was weird in the race because even in the wet conditions, like the first, we obviously, because not a lot of us did lap times in the dry before the safety car, I was still setting fastest first sectors in the wet every lap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every lap. I was like, oh, it's getting drier. No, it's not.
Yeah.
How you feeling for? Believe is it the 88 McLaren round Japan?
Yeah.
How you feeling for that?
I like the track, but in that car, it's got so much torque, and the rear is so unstable. It'll be a challenge.
Yeah, it will be a challenge. But I think that still puts you top of the championship. So, well done.
Yeah, well done. Good drive, buddy.
Thank you.
And yeah, so that is it then for tonight. I don't think any other drivers joining us. So as you can see on the screen, it is the 88 McLaren we're in next week. And we'll be at Japan next week. So join us for that again. Hopefully, James, you can make it next week.
Yeah, should be.
That should be good then. And if you don't want to join us for the classics and you want to watch the non-classic championships, which are Monday to Thursday, then we are at Italy this week. It should be really good fun there. So join us on Monday for the Italian Grand Prix then. But from all of us here on the classics anyway side of Speed4, sorry, we will see you next time. And thanks again, Bundy, for joining us. And James, thanks for joining us again as well.
That's alright. Good night, everyone.
And yeah, goodbye everyone.